Good evening. It's time for India to take on Australia in the first T20 International in Mohali. And the news from Mohali is that Australia won the toss and they've opted to bowl first. Aaron Finch making it very clear that dew might come into play, and that's why Australia have opted to bowl first. For India, the big news is that Rishabh Pant misses out from this game. He's not playing this game. There is Akshar Patel, who's in the squad. Also, Umesh Yadav, who hasn't played T20 internationals for last two and a half years. He is in the playing 11, along with Yuzvendra Chahal, Bhuvneshwar Kumar, like I said, Harshal Patel, Akshar Patel. That's the bowling unit. Also, Jasprit Bumrah, he needs more rest. He misses out from this first match. And this is what Rohit Sharma said at the toss. He says, unfortunately, there are some injuries in the squad. Bumrah is not playing. He will take a game's break and probably come back in the second and the third game. We have Akshar and Chahal, and Rishabh Pant misses out. Now, this is interesting. Are there fresh injuries? Is Jasprit Bumrah, is there another injury to him, or he's just not fit? What are these injuries that he's talking about in the squad? There's no clarity on it, but that is the squad. Jasprit Bumrah is not playing. And if I could just take you through the playing 11 before I get to Ashok Malhotra here on the show. Shubhayan also joins us from Mohali. Rohit Sharma, KL Rahul, Virat Kohli, Suryakumar Yadav, Hardik Pandya. There was no doubt about these top five. Then there is Dinesh Karthik. So the conversation was whether it would be Pant or Dinesh Karthik. They've gone in with Dinesh Karthik. Akshar Patel is like-for-like replacement for Ravindra Jadeja. That again, there was also this talk, this question around whether they'll play Deepak Hooda or Akshar Patel. They've gone in with Akshar Patel. Bhuvneshwar Kumar is it. Harshal Patel, Umesh Yadav. Harshal Patel coming from injury. This is going to be a big series for him. Just to get back his rhythm in India, also needs a fit Harshal Patel in this team. There is Umesh Yadav, and then there is Yuzvendra Chahal. So there you have it. That's a squad. Australia have opted to bowl in this match in Mohali. I'm joined by Ashok Malhotra on the show, former Indian cricketer, former selector, Shubhayan Chakravarti. He joins me from Mohali. Let's get straight into it. Your first reaction to the playing 11, Ashok sir?
See, it still surprises. I mean, they always keep surprising us. They still have Dinesh Karthik because Rishabh Pant is a proven passion. I'm not a. He's probably 15 years junior than Dinesh Karthik, and on the other side, he's a proven matchman. He's won you matches in one-day cricket. He's won you matches in Test cricket. I don't know. You're not playing him better. We always have been talking about it. What is the right number for him? You got to give him more responsibility. And somewhere along the line, you got to tell him what his role is, what the team asks from him. So that is where I think they missed a trick or two. But as far as Dinesh Karthik is concerned, I thought he was the guy who will bat only the last 5 overs. But now he's coming up the order. He's batting at number 6. So we'll have to wait and watch what he can do when he gets more overs to play with. So we'll have to wait and watch. But for me, still the question mark is on the top 3 and the middle order. With Suryakumar Yadav, Hardik Pandya, Dinesh Karthik, looks little bit thin. And we have got a long tail starting with Akshar Patel. He did score played a knock, but he's not consistently as good a batter as Ravindra Jadeja. So he starts with Akshar Patel, Bhuvneshwar, Harshal, Chahal, and Yadav. And another one is Umesh Yadav. If he is going to play one-day cricket, why didn't you opt for somebody like Deepak Chahal? Yeah. I understand he was not too far away. You could have tried him if he's in the standbys. So this was an opportunity for you to try him and see how well he bowls with the new ball or in the slow bowls.
Absolutely. We'll get into the details of why Dinesh Karthik and not Rishabh Pant. Why would you play Umesh Yadav when you actually have Deepak Chahar there, who's also named as one of the standby players for the T20 World Cup. Why is it that you're not going to give him more game time? I mean, he is also someone who's returning from an injury, but again, जो खिचड़ी पक रही है हमें समझ में नहीं आती है. चलिए, let's get Shubhayan also involved in this. Shubhayan, Jasprit Bumrah, this is big. You told me yesterday that he was practicing in the nets. He was bowling full tilt. He looked good. He doesn't seem like he's not fit. What could be the reason behind resting or not playing Jasprit Bumrah in this match?
I'm very much surprised because Jasprit Bumrah had his normal warm up as well. He was 5 minutes back also. He was bowling with his half run up. So pretty surprised. And as Ashok sir said, I'm even more flabbergasted that Umesh Yadav has been preferred over Deepak Chahar. Deepak Chahar is in your T20 World Cup standby list, and you got to give him that game time in case your Jasprit Bumrah or your Harshal Patel or any of the bowlers, pacers get injured midway during the T20 World Cup or even before that. So Umesh Yadav, I'm pretty surprised by his inclusion in the 11, but yeah, that is what it is right now. And let's see, hope he has a good comeback because he has been bowling, he has worked hard on his white ball bowling and has done well in the IPL and in England as well in the T20 blast. So yeah, looking forward to see Umesh Yadav. And the biggest talking point of this match will be Dinesh Karthik's performance. Yes, they are not playing Rishabh Pant, but we are in a battle between for that primary wicket keeper spot. The Indian team is still not clear. They have still not locked any either of Pant or Dinesh Karthik for that primary wicket keeper slot. So it's a battle, an enticing battle and a good battle for the Indian team.
I also feel like Ashok sir was saying, you know, the batting doesn't look as strong on, you know, when you see Akshar Patel batting at number 7, Dinesh Karthik coming up, and you have got Dinesh Karthik, Ashok sir, like you were saying rightly, as your super specialist finisher. So how are you playing him that up in the order when you basically want Dinesh Karthik to come and bat in the last 5 overs? I mean, can you explain to us what could be the reasoning behind this? To, you know, I mean, just somehow the balance doesn't seem right of the playing 11.
Meha, I think if I know this management, I think they're going to put Akshar Patel at number 6 and Dinesh Karthik at number 7. As you said, the finisher. So he will only get 3 to 4 overs. 4 overs, I have never seen anybody in my cricketing life who can win you a game. Day in and day out. So I really don't know what the game plan is. Because they are totally, they're going around in circles. They got no clue whatsoever. Like Umesh Yadav is one prime example. Now you got 3 bowlers who can bowl in the power plays. They can't bowl in the slow overs. Umesh Yadav, Bhuvneshwar Kumar, and even Harshal Patel. He's coming back from it. He is not match fit. You know, so you got 3 bowlers who are suspect, especially in the slog. And I don't know who's going to bowl in the slog. Is it Harshal Patel, who goes for very many? We know that. Bhuvnesh Kumar, he has lost us 2 matches in Asia Cup, or Umesh Yadav. You know, so for me, that's $1 million question. Or Hardik Pandya. You never know. They have this knack of pulling rabbits out of their hand. So you never know. It might be Hardik Pandya bowling the last 2 overs instead of Bhuvneshwar Kumar. And Dinesh Karthik, when you talk about, he's an enigma. I really don't know what they're going to do with him. If I know their game plan, it is going to be Akshar Patel at number 6. He would never have dreamt of batting at number 6 in international cricket. And that Dinesh Karthik will come at 7 to do his role as a finisher.
Which then brings me to the next question. Is there something that we're missing with Akshar Patel batting at number 6? I know he's improved. He's a much improved batter now. You know, but at the end of the day, he's still your bowling all-rounder to bat him at number 6. I mean, are you taking a big risk there? Yes,
you are. Meha, you're the same risk you're taking with Hardik Pandya when you play him purely as a your 5th bowler. He's your number 6 bowler. He's not your number 5th bowler. That the same way Akshar Patel is your number 7 or number 8 batter, not number 6 batter. So 2 wrongs don't make a right. So I really don't know what is the game plan. what they are thinking. I hope the top three come good. Then they won't need Akshar Patel. But if God forbid, if the top three get out early, then anything can happen. Then you might see India ruled out for 120, 130.
The other thing then is also about this, why it doesn't go in Rishabh Pant's favor is that first, the opportunities that he's been given in Asia Cup as well. I know you were playing him lower down, at 5 and 6. I think in the last match he played at number 4. He scored 20 odd runs. So not very impressive throughout the Asia Cup in the opportunities that he was given. But the thing is, the management clearly cannot figure out where to fit Rishabh Pant at the top of the order. They are just so stuck on KL Rahul and Rohit Sharma opening and Virat Kohli coming at number 3. They are not going to change the top 4. I think that's one thing that has been established now, and that's where the problem is. And you would want a left-hander like Rishabh Pant in the squad in the middle overs. Ashok sir?
Yeah, absolutely, Maya. I'm with you because I still don't know what is happening. Because you have to think on your feet, especially in T20 game. You can take time to think in one-day cricket, Test cricket, but in 2020 cricket, every over is vital. One good over from a bowler or a batter can turn the game around. And Rishabh Pant is a proven match winner. You have to learn to utilize it. You're not utilizing the capabilities or the skill set of Rishabh Pant. I'm amazed. That is what amazes me, Meha. You have got a 22-year-old wonder kid, if I may say, and you got a 37-year-old has, if I may say, who has seen better days, and you are still backing him. Then, that is why I'm saying this management is very, very old-fashioned and very rigid in their thinking. They will never say 10 overs if KL and Rohit have a good start. They'll put Surya Kumar at number 3. No, they will not. It will be again Virat Kohli. It will be the same routine they will go with. They will not change anybody. They will not try and change anybody. That is where the problem is. And Rishabh Pant is, believe you me, for me, it's a shock that he is not playing. Because, and not to forget, in Australian condition, it always suits him. We don't know what Dinesh Karthik is going to do in Australian conditions.
Yeah, we were just talking about this, Shubhayan, about the batting looking slightly weak, only because you have Akshar Patel coming in at number 6. And I don't know how the management sees it, but that's something that, even Akshar Patel would be like, okay, I've been given an opportunity here. I have been asked to go up, but I don't know whether he's going to be okay with it. I mean, how do you see that?
I completely agree that it's a weaker Indian batting unit. And, Akshar Patel is not Ravindra Jadeja. He's a good player, but he's not a Ravindra Jadeja with the bat. So we have to be very honest about it. After Akshar Patel, you have Harshal Patel, you have Bhuvneshwar Kumar and Umesh Yadav who can use the long handle of it. So it's a depleted batting side, I would say, the Indian batting unit. And suddenly, as the World Cup is coming closer, there are plenty of question marks. There are gaping holes in that squad. Because a couple of months back, when India were winning all the bilateral series under Rohit Sharma's captaincy, we all were praising the team, the squad combination, the team combination, all the playing 11 they were playing, the bench strength. But suddenly, with less than a month away from the T20 World Cup, we are seeing that this batting unit, you can see the names there, KL Rahul, Virat Kohli, Surya Kumar Yadav, Hardik Pandya at number 4. He has done the job with Gujarat Titans, and that is the responsibility he will have to carry in the Indian jersey now. Can he do that? Can he do that in the T20 World Cup, IPL and Indian jersey? World Cup is a different ball game.
Absolutely. Let's also take a look at Australia's playing 11. Aaron Finch, the captain, has spoken about how important it is for his team to do well here, but they are without some of their big names. Cameron Green, Steve Smith, there you look at that. Josh Inglis likely to open with Aaron Finch, with Steve Smith. But Ashok sir yesterday suggested on the show that maybe they'll want to open with Steve Smith and give him that freedom to go out there and express himself. There's Glenn Maxwell, Matthew Wade, Tim David makes a debut. The future of what cricket, T20 cricket, could be in the way Tim David, the freelancer of world cricket, he's been given a debut by Australia. Cameron Green there, Adam Zampa, Pat Cummins, Josh Hazlewood, who's been phenomenal. India have to be wary of Josh Hazlewood, who's, I think, played 6 games this year has taken 14 wickets. Nathan Ellis is also in the squad. Now, importantly, what I see is, Ashok sir, that if you look at the Australian squad as well, there are some weaknesses there. And that in a way works in favor of India. But Australia themselves, their batting is not as good as one expects. With David Warner being rested as well, and Mitchell Marsh being out, Marcus Stoinis being out, it's not that strong a batting lineup.
It isn't. I don't deny that. It is. But then you got somebody like Tim David, who's a known 2020 player. Cameron Green, who's got another opportunity to express himself. And not to forget Inglis. We have heard so much about him. Can he do it? And if he opens the innings, it's an opportunity for him. For me, the weak link seems to be Aaron Finch. He is the only guy who is, game after game, he's failing. He's struggling in the last 2-3 years. I'm surprised that he's still the captain of the Australian team. I don't think he deserves to be in the side. It's strong words, but the fact is, if you go his record over the past couple of years, he's been struggling. Be it one-day cricket, be it T20 cricket, he's been struggling very badly.
Okay, I'm just being told that Aaron Finch said at the toss that Cameron Green will be opening. Ashok sir?
Well, absolutely. See, that is what I'm saying. Thinking on your feet. You have to plan. You have to think. That is what our team, we are going with the same routine. It is like going to an office, 9-to-5 job. We are doing 9-to-5 job. Where others are in a corporate office. They are having new ideas, new thinking, except for Team India. And believe you me, I've said it before. I did not. Rahul Dravid is too old-fashioned.
Yeah. But Tim David, how exciting is this? And it's a huge opportunity for him, of course, when the other names missing out from the squad return. We'll see whether he will get a chance in the World Cup. But how big is this for him, Shubhayan? And he has, I was looking at his T20 records, and we're going to put those up on screen as well. But his T20 records in leagues all over the world, his lowest strike rate is at 141 and his highest for Mumbai Indians at 216. That's the kind of absolutely monstrous a player that he is. He's been doing it all over. And the fact that he knows the conditions here as well. He's played with Mumbai Indians as well. It'll be exciting to watch him.
Oh, for me, he's the most exciting player in the Australian squad at the moment. The kind of power hitting he has under his in his ability under his belt, that's scary. And if he can get going, as I said yesterday during our show as well, that if Tim David can get going, he will require only 15 to 18 balls to take the game away from you. And if a batsman has the ability to strike, at 200, 250 strike rate, and with that power hitting capability, we are talking about pure sheer power hitting capability, then he is a danger in any condition, in any match situation. And that is what makes Tim David special. And we are talking about experiments. We are talking about taking chances. And that is where Australia and England, these two teams are far ahead in this shorter format of the game, because they are not afraid of taking chances. Will India bring anyone, a month before the T20 World Cup into their squad? I don't think so. That's why they are lagging a bit behind in my opinion.
Absolutely. And also, Cameron Green, talking about experiments, hasn't opened in any format before. That's a huge chance that they are taking, trying to just put him out there just to see what he can do. But with India, I think there are just more questions. There are more questions about why get Dinesh Karthik, to bat higher up when he's meant to come really lower down. Then there is also the big question about Deepak Chahar not playing this game? Is he injured? Is he not fit? You have named him in the standbys. Why aren't you giving him game time? Where does Umesh Yadav, if you look at this team right now, the playing 11, where does Umesh Yadav fit into India's scheme of things for the near future, Ashok sir?
I really don't know. Umesh Yadav, we know he's a good bowler. But then why don't you play him regularly? Why he has been out of T20 cricket for 2 years? My question is, may have the same for Ravichandran Ashwin. 4 years he was sitting at his home, sitting in the drawing room of his home, and all of a sudden he is part of T20 cricket. I don't think he's doing anything special. And as far as Umesh Yadav is concerned, Deepak Chahar, I mean, he's a man-for-man replacement, player-for-player replacement. If Bumrah is not playing, try Deepak Chahar straight away, because you have picked him in the standby. Yeah, and he has always delivered whenever he's given a chance. Be it batting, be it bowling, he's won you matches with his bowling. So I'm surprised. One side you got Australia giving chance to Cameron Green because the big hitter taking chances, and we have got a big hitter batting at 6, 7, and then being dropped from the team. Rishabh Pant, who's a proven match winner, is a proven world-class player. That is what I don't understand. What is going in their thinking?
Yeah.
For me, it is surprising. And the kind of team we have, if we don't do well in the first 6 overs, I don't see us winning this game. It's going to be only one result: Australia winning this game.
Yeah, I mean, it is, there are some absolutely incredible decisions for today. But the other thing being Deepak Hooda, wouldn't you prefer Deepak Hooda in this side, given that batting is something that seems weak here, Shubhayan? But I also understand that Rohit Sharma just does not trust Deepak Hooda with bowling. But he's a better batsman than Akshar Patel.
Oh, that's without a shadow of doubt. But for me, Deepak Huda's best position is in the top 4, and we don't have any spot for in that top 4 unless you bring Surya Kumar Yadav to bat at number 5 and demote Hardik Pandya plays down. So that is why I guess Deepak Huda has been a bit unlucky. You can say in terms of not getting much game time, despite performing well. He scored a fabulous century against Ireland as well. So that is why I think Deepak Huda is missing out. But yes, as we all agreed on that point, that this Indian batting unit is a bit weaker without the likes of Ravindra Jadeja in that spot, because he brings such a good balance into their playing 11, be it batting by, bowling by. He can bowl at any condition, any situation, and he's a terrific fielder. No one comes closer to Ravindra Jadeja in terms of fielding. But let's see. I think Indian team would want their top 4 to get steady and get going in this series, because if they don't pick up the momentum, then India will be in trouble come the T20 World Cup.
Absolutely, and the fact that Australia, I mean, you can never take them lightly. Australians, they may come without their top 4 players, and they will still give you a fight, and they plan to do so today as well. And they're mixing up things, they're doing things differently. Hopefully, they will also be hoping. I mean, they'll be hoping that this would work well for them. But for India, this is important. They need to start off with a win. Thank you so much, gentlemen. Ashok Malhotra, Shubhayan, for joining us here. News9. News9 Sports is what you need to subscribe to for all the latest from the world of sports. That's it from us. Goodbye. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.